feel like Hartford was a step up from all those, and it was a challenge because you're working in a pro environment, you're working in a first team, you're held to a high standard. So the head coach, Harry, there, he's one of my best mates right now, and he's the best coach that I know. He holds everyone around him to a world-class standard. You're not going to get to that. I'm not world-class, but I have to strive to be. I learned that from him really early on, that it's all about the players. That would be the biggest difference. In that environment, it's all about the players. All about how can you make the players ready to win the game on the weekend. Because if not, you're not going to have a job.
Do you know what their training schedule was?
Usually we trained at 10 a.m. The players would arrive for breakfast at 9 a.m. And Harry and I, we had this competition who could show up the earliest. I didn't win many times. He was there 6:30 in the morning. He was set up the field, make sure everything's perfect. Sometimes I'd get in at 7 a.m. thinking I'm the first one. He'd already be set up, drinking his coffee. He's been there for an hour. I'm how? This guy doesn't sleep. But the daily schedule, we would have a meeting at 9:30. I would typically run that meeting, just kind of going over either the previous game or the upcoming game. We would then train at 10, usually off the field by around noon, and then we would have lunch together, and then we would go back to the office. That would be a typical day.
And was there any games that stuck out with Hartford?
We played Tampa Bay away. It was a massive game. They were all over us. We were defending for our lives. We scored a pretty good goal, actually, and we're 1-0 up. The game is messy. The game is start-stop. We're wasting time. We're doing everything that we can. We're pulling out every trick. I think the referee adds about 12 minutes added time. It was mental. For those 12 minutes, the ball did not leave our half of the field. But again, we were throwing bodies. The goalkeeper was clearing it off the line, and we win that game 1-0, and it felt like I won the World Cup. It was the best feeling in my life. It was the hardest 90 minutes that I've ever faced. And then we had played Red Bulls at home. They had a first team game on the Friday or something like that, and then they played us on Sunday, I think. The first team guys who didn't get a lot of minutes all played down with the second team. There was 8 first team guys in the starting lineup, and we're looking at the team sheet holy crap, we might get beat here. And the first 20 minutes, they've killed us. They've hit the crossbar, they hit the post. We score on the counter, and something changes. We go on to win 7-0. We scored from midfield. There were some brilliant goals. So I'd say those 2 games, they kind of felt different for sure.
If you made it to the end and want to learn more, check the full interview out.